Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to Bookish English 24/7. I'm Logan, and I'm so happy to be with you today. I hope you're feeling great and ready to learn something new. If you want to speak English better and with more confidence, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about something very important. Why it's never too late to learn English. Many people believe that learning a language is only for young people. They think it's too late for them to learn English, but I'm here to tell you that's not true. Whether you're 15 or 50, it's always a good time to start learning English, and I'm going to show you why learning English is possible for everyone, no matter how old you are. It's never too late to begin your journey to becoming a fluent speaker. In today's lesson, we will look at the reasons why age is not a barrier to learning English. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to Bookish English 24/7 and turn on your notifications. This way, you won't miss any of our helpful lessons that will guide you on your way to mastering English. Are you ready? Let's dive into today's topic, why it's never too late to learn English. Learning English is something that anyone can do, no matter their age. Many people think that the older you get, the harder it is to learn a new language. They believe that younger people have an advantage when it comes to learning, but this is not true. In fact, adults have some great advantages when it comes to learning English. As we get older, we tend to be more patient with ourselves. This means that we are less likely to get frustrated when things take time. Learning a language is not easy, and it's okay to take small steps. As adults, we also have more discipline. We know that with regular practice, we can improve our skills. When we learn as adults, we know that progress doesn't always happen quickly, but we understand that with consistent effort, we will see results. One of the most important things to remember is that it is never too late to learn English. Whether you are 20 or 60, you can always start learning and making progress. The first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, you are on your way. So, if you are watching this video now, you are already on the right path. You are taking action, and that is the most important thing. Many people believe that they are too old to learn English. They think that younger people learn faster and have better chances at becoming fluent. This is a common misconception. It's true that children may learn faster because their brains are more flexible, but adults have something that children don't always have: experience. As adults, we have learned how to organize our time, how to focus, and how to overcome challenges. These skills can help us learn English better and more effectively. The key to learning English at any age is consistency. It doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is how often you practice. If you practice a little bit every day, you will make progress. You don't need to study for hours each day. Just a few minutes of practice every day can make a big difference. Consistency is the secret to success in learning any language. Another important thing to keep in mind is your motivation. When you want to learn English, it's important to understand why you want to learn. Maybe you want to travel to English-speaking countries and talk to people. Maybe you want to improve your job prospects or communicate better with English-speaking friends or family. Or maybe you just want to learn for yourself and challenge yourself. Whatever your reason is, knowing why you want to learn English can help keep you motivated. Your motivation will push you to continue. Even when things get hard, as adults, we also tend to have more clear goals. We understand the benefits of learning English and can focus on these goals. For example, you might want to speak with confidence when traveling, or you might want to read books or watch movies in English without subtitles. These clear goals can guide you and give you something to work towards. They can also help you measure your progress. Every time you improve your English, whether it's learning a new word or understanding a new grammar rule, you are moving closer to your goal. When you start learning English, you might feel unsure about your ability to learn, but don't worry. Everyone starts somewhere. Even if you have never spoken English before, it's okay. The most important thing is that you keep going. Sometimes it may seem hard or frustrating, but remember that it's part of the process. You will make mistakes along the way, and that's okay too. Mistakes are part of learning. The more mistakes you make, the more you learn. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are a sign that you are trying and improving. One thing that can help is to practice speaking English as much as possible. You don't need to be perfect at first. You just need to start speaking. Speaking English regularly will help you build confidence and improve your skills faster. If you don't have anyone to practice with, you can speak to yourself in English. You can also listen to English podcasts, watch English TV shows, or read books in English to get used to the language. The more you hear and see English, the easier it will become to understand and use it. Another important part of learning English as an adult is setting realistic goals. When we are younger, we often want everything to happen quickly, but learning a language takes time. As adults, we know that slow progress is still progress. It's better to set small, achievable goals that you can reach step by step. For example, your goal might be to learn 5 new words every day, or you might want to practice speaking for 10 minutes a day. Once you reach your goal, set a new one. This way, you can keep moving forward and never feel stuck. Learning English as an adult is a journey. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it. By staying motivated, practicing regularly, and setting realistic goals, you can learn English at any age. You can achieve fluency no matter when you start. Just remember that it's never too late to begin. So, take the first step today and start your English learning journey. You can do it. In the end, the most important thing is to stay patient with yourself. Learning English takes time, and that's okay. As long as you keep practicing, you will get better every day. Keep going, and remember that it's never too late to learn. Everyone's journey is different, but with hard work and dedication, you can achieve your goals in English. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and don't give up. You have what it takes to succeed. When you start learning English, it's very important to take small steps. Many people try to learn too much at once. They want to know everything right away. This can make them feel overwhelmed and they might stop learning. But the truth is that small steps lead to big progress. You don't need to learn everything at once. Instead, you can start with just 1 or 2 new words each day. This way, you will learn steadily, and you won't feel too stressed. Let's begin with something simple, like common greetings. Greetings are words or phrases you say when you meet someone. They are useful because you will use them every day. Simple greetings like hello, good morning, and how are you are the perfect place to start. These are words that will help you feel more comfortable speaking in English. For example, let's practice together. I'll say a greeting, and you can repeat it after me. First, let's say hello. This is a simple word that you can use to greet anyone. Next, try saying, how are you? You can say this when you want to ask someone how they are feeling. So, let's practice. Hello, how are you? Now you try. It's simple, right? These 2 short sentences are all you need to start practicing speaking. You can say this to anyone. Maybe you will say it to a friend, a classmate, or even a teacher. Saying this greeting will help you get more comfortable using English in real conversations. Why do small steps work so well? Well, when you start small, you begin to build your confidence. At first, learning just a few words or phrases might seem easy, but don't worry. Each small step brings you closer to your goal. As you continue practicing, those words and phrases will become part of your vocabulary. This means you will remember them more easily, and soon they will feel natural when you speak. You will start using these words in real-life conversations, and that will make you feel proud of your progress. Think about it. If you learn only one new word or phrase each day, by the end of the week, you will know 7 new words. In 1 month, you'll have learned 30 new words. That's a lot of progress. The best part is that these small steps will not make you feel overwhelmed. You will not be trying to learn everything at once. Instead, you will be moving forward in a way that feels easy and manageable. Remember, learning a new language is like building a house. You need to start with a solid foundation. If you try to build everything at once, it can fall down. But if you start small, brick by brick, your house will get stronger every day. With each small word or phrase you learn, you are adding another brick to your English knowledge. Over time, you will be able to build bigger and more complex sentences. But it all starts with the small steps. Let's take another example. Let's learn how to ask someone's name. The phrase, "What's your name?" is a very simple sentence, but it's important. You can use it when you meet someone new. It's easy to say, and a great way to start a conversation. So, try this with me. What's your name? Simple, right? Now, let's practice putting it together with the greeting we learned earlier. Hello? How are you? What's your name? These are 3 simple sentences that you can use when you meet someone for the first time. You can practice saying them until you feel comfortable. Small steps will also help you remember words better. When you learn too many words at once, it's easy to forget them. But when you learn 1 or 2 words each day, you will have time to practice them. You can repeat them over and over again. By repeating, you will remember these words for a long time, and the more you practice, the easier it will be to use these words in conversations. You don't have to try to memorize long lists of words. You don't need to try to speak like a native speaker right away. Instead, focus on small, simple words that you can use every day. This way, you will feel more confident when you speak because you know the words you are using. You won't feel like you are guessing or forgetting the right words. With every small step, you are building your confidence. Another great way to practice small steps is by focusing on useful phrases. These are phrases that people often use in daily life. For example, you can learn how to say, "Excuse me," when you need to get someone's attention, or you can learn "thank you" when you want to show appreciation. These phrases are easy to learn and will help you feel more comfortable speaking English. Let's practice a few more simple phrases together. Try saying, "Excuse me," with me. Excuse me. Great. Now let's say, "Thank you." Thank you. These are small phrases that you can use in real-life situations. They are simple but powerful, and the more you use them, the better you will get at speaking English. Remember, learning English is a journey. It doesn't happen all at once. It's okay to start small. Small steps add up over time, and before you know it, you will be able to speak English with confidence. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, brings you one step closer to your goal. So take your time, enjoy the process, and celebrate your progress along the way. In summary, starting small is the best way to begin learning English. Don't try to learn everything at once. Focus on 1 or 2 words or phrases each day. Practice them until you feel comfortable. As you continue with these small steps, you will build a strong foundation for your English skills. This will help you feel confident and ready to speak in any situation. Keep practicing, and remember that every small step is a big step toward reaching your goal. Now that you've started small, the next important step is to make learning English part of your daily routine. This is where consistency becomes very important. Learning just a little bit every day can make a big difference. If you study for 10 minutes every day, you will see huge improvements over time. It might feel like small progress at first, but keep going. Every day you practice, you are getting better. One of the best ways to make learning English a habit is to set a specific time each day for it. This will help you stay consistent. You can pick a time that works for you. For example, maybe you want to practice in the morning after you wake up, or maybe before bed. If you only have 10 minutes to spare, that's okay. Use that time to practice something simple, like vocabulary or listening to a short English video. If you're not sure where to start, here's a fun idea. You can listen to an English song every morning. Music is a great way to learn new words. You can pick a song that you like and try to listen carefully to the lyrics. Write down any new words that you hear. Then later, you can try to use those words in a sentence. It's a fun way to learn because you're enjoying music while also practicing English. Listening to music can help you improve your listening skills. You'll start to hear how words are pronounced and how they flow together in real conversations. It's also a great way to improve your vocabulary. You might hear words that you didn't know before, and you'll learn how they are used in real-life situations. Another great way to add English practice to your daily routine is by watching short videos in English. There are many videos online that are made for English learners. These videos can help you improve your listening skills and learn new vocabulary. Even if you only have a few minutes, you can watch a short video and learn something new. Try to listen to videos that are easy for you to understand. You can start with videos that explain basic English words or simple conversations. Once you get used to the language, you can move on to videos with a little more difficulty. The key is to keep practicing every day. Another helpful tip is to practice vocabulary every day. You can learn new words by reading books, watching TV shows, or even by using an English dictionary. Make it a habit to learn a few new words every day. It could be one word, or it could be 3. The important thing is that you are learning and practicing every day. Don't worry if you forget some words or phrases. Learning a language takes time, and you will make mistakes. The most important thing is to keep trying. The more you practice, the more confident you will become in your English skills. With practice, you will start to remember words and use them correctly. Let's talk a little bit more about making a routine. Setting a routine is very helpful for learning English. If you practice every day, your brain will start to remember what you learn. It will become easier to recall words and sentences when you need them. For example, if you practice saying good morning every day, you will be able to say it without thinking when you meet someone in the morning. A good routine also helps you stay focused. If you set a time to practice, you won't forget to study. It's like making a promise to yourself. When you keep that promise, you will feel proud of yourself, and that will keep you motivated to learn more. For example, let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. You can set aside 10 minutes in the morning to practice English. Maybe you'll read a short article, or you'll listen to an English podcast. If you make this a habit, it will become part of your routine. You will start your day with English practice, and you will feel good about learning. If you find it hard to stick to a routine, you are not alone. Many people face the same challenge. It can be hard to make time for studying every day, but remember, you don't need to spend hours studying. Just 10 or 15 minutes a day is enough. It's better to study a little bit every day than to study a lot once in a while. If you are having trouble making English part of your routine, try to find something you enjoy. For example, if you love watching movies, you can watch movies in English. You can even turn on subtitles in English to help you understand. Or, if you enjoy reading, you can read simple books in English. Find activities that you like and make them part of your routine. This will make learning English more fun and easier to stick with. Now, I want to hear from you. How many of you already have a routine for learning English? Maybe you have a time each day when you study, or maybe you listen to English songs like we talked about earlier. Or maybe you've tried to make a routine but need a little help making it stick. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's help each other. We can all learn from each other's experiences. If you don't have a routine yet, that's okay. Start by setting aside just 10 minutes a day. Try to make it a habit. It doesn't matter if you study in the morning or before bed, just choose a time that works for you. The most important thing is to be consistent. If you do this every day, you will see progress, and soon it will feel natural to include English practice in your daily life. In summary, consistency is key when it comes to learning English. Set aside a specific time each day to practice, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Find fun ways to practice, like listening to songs or watching videos in English. The more you practice, the easier it will become. And remember, Even small steps add up to big progress over time. Keep going, and you will get better every day. Learning English doesn't have to be boring or feel like a traditional class. In fact, it can be fun and very practical if you learn from real-life situations. English is all around us in our daily lives, and you can use that to your advantage. Whether you're watching a movie, talking to a friend, or reading a book, there are always ways to practice and learn English in real life. You just need to be aware of these moments and take advantage of them. For example, imagine you're watching an English movie. You might hear a phrase like, "I'll see you later." Instead of just hearing it and moving on, stop for a moment and think about it. What does this phrase really mean? How can you use it in your own life? By doing this, you start to connect the words to real situations, and that helps you remember them better. Here's an easy way to start practicing. Begin by watching TV shows or movies in English with subtitles. It's okay if you don't understand everything at first. The goal is not to understand everything perfectly, but to practice and gradually improve. When you hear a word or phrase you don't know, pause the video, look up the word, and try to understand its meaning. Then repeat the word or phrase a few times. This will help you remember it and make it feel more natural to use next time. Watching TV shows or movies is also a great way to hear how English sounds in real conversations. You get to hear how people speak to each other in different situations, which can help you improve your listening skills. The more you hear, the easier it becomes to understand and speak English in your own life. Don't worry if you don't catch every word at first. It's normal to feel confused or frustrated when you're learning something new. The key is to keep going and be patient with yourself. Over time, you will start to recognize words and phrases more easily, and your confidence will grow. Let's take a real-life example. Just last week, one of my students shared a story about how they learned a new phrase while watching a cooking show in English. They didn't even realize they were learning, but they heard the phrase, "add a pinch of salt." It was a simple phrase, but it helped them learn how to describe cooking steps in English. The student was able to use that phrase the next time they were cooking with friends, and everyone was impressed. This is an example of how you can learn English without even trying too hard. By simply watching something you enjoy, like a cooking show, you can pick up useful phrases and vocabulary. And the best part? You'll start using these new words in real situations. This is how language learning can be fun and practical. It's not just about memorizing words or grammar rules. It's about connecting English to your everyday life. If you enjoy movies, shows, or even music, you can use them to help you learn. The more you expose yourself to English, the more comfortable you will feel using it. One of the best ways to learn is to put the new words you learn into practice. For example, after hearing a new phrase in a movie or TV show, try to use it in a conversation with a friend or family member. Even if it's just a small part of a conversation, using the words you learn helps you remember them. It also helps you practice how to use the language naturally, just like native speakers do. You can also try to use English in your daily routine. For instance, when you're doing something around the house, try to think in English. If you're cooking, say the steps out loud in English. If you're cleaning, name the items you're using in English. This way, you're learning new vocabulary while doing something familiar and fun. It's a simple but effective way to practice. Another tip is to try language apps or websites that allow you to practice speaking, listening, and reading in real-life situations. Many apps have sections that teach you useful phrases for travel, work, or socializing. These are great ways to learn words and expressions that you can use right away. Let's talk about reading as well. Reading books, newspapers, or online articles in English is a great way to learn new vocabulary. Try reading simple books or short articles first. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Focus on the main idea and look up the words you don't know. The more you read, the more words you'll learn. Over time, you'll get better at understanding English texts without having to stop and look up every word. In summary, learning English can be fun and practical if you use real-life situations to practice. Whether you're watching a movie, cooking, or reading, there are many opportunities to learn and improve your skills. The key is to practice regularly and make learning a part of your everyday life. Don't worry if you don't understand everything right away. The more you expose yourself to English, the more confident and comfortable you will become. Keep going, and you'll see amazing progress. One of the biggest challenges many learners face when studying English is the fear of making mistakes. This is something most people experience, and it's totally normal. But here's something very important to understand. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Every time you make a mistake, you are learning and improving. In fact, the more you practice, the more mistakes you will make, and the better you will become at speaking English. Many learners feel nervous about making mistakes because they worry others will judge them. They might think that making a mistake means they are not good at English, but this is simply not true. Mistakes are actually very helpful. Each time you make a mistake, you are learning something new. You're discovering what works and what doesn't. Mistakes give you valuable lessons, so you shouldn't be afraid of them. Instead, you should celebrate them because they are helping you improve. The most important thing is to keep practicing, even if you make mistakes. Remember, no one learns a new language without making mistakes along the way. If you never made any mistakes, it would mean you're not really challenging yourself, and you're not learning as much as you could be. So, the next time you speak English, don't worry about making mistakes. It's okay. In fact, it's normal. Each mistake brings you closer to your goal of becoming fluent. If you make a mistake while speaking to someone, don't stop or feel embarrassed. Just keep going. The more you speak, the more comfortable you will become, and the fewer mistakes you'll make over time. Remember, no one expects you to be perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers of English. What's important is that you keep trying and improving. For example, imagine you're talking to a friend in English and you make a mistake. It's okay. Don't feel bad or stop talking. You can simply say, "Oops, let me try again," and your friend will understand. They might even help you, which is a great way to learn. By doing this, you show that you're not afraid to make mistakes and that you're committed to improving. Your friend will respect you for your effort, and you will learn from that experience. In fact, some of the best learners are the ones who make lots of mistakes. Why? Because they aren't afraid to try new things. They know that mistakes are part of learning, and they use them to grow. So don't let fear hold you back. Every time you speak, even if you make mistakes, you are improving. You might also feel nervous when you're speaking English in front of other people. Maybe you're worried about being judged or making a mistake in front of others, but remember, most people are patient and understanding. They know you're learning and they are happy to help. Don't let fear stop you from practicing. The more you speak, the better you will get. Everyone has been through the same thing, so you're not alone. Another important thing to remember is that mistakes help you remember things better. For example, if you make a mistake while learning a new word, you are more likely to remember that word the next time. You will think about why you made the mistake and how to say it correctly. This process helps you improve your memory and understanding of the language. Mistakes also give you the chance to try again. Each time you try again, you get better. For instance, if you make a mistake while speaking, you can think about how to say it correctly and practice saying it again. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Over time, you will make fewer mistakes, and you will feel more comfortable speaking English. Sometimes it can help to remind yourself that making mistakes is just a natural part of learning. Think about when you learned to ride a bike. At first, you probably fell off a lot, but with practice, you got better. The same is true for learning English. The more you practice, the more confident and skilled you will become. It's also important to have a positive mindset. Instead of thinking, I made a mistake, I'm not good at this, try thinking, I made a mistake, but now I know how to do it better next time. This mindset will help you stay motivated and focused on improvement. Remember, no one becomes fluent in a language overnight. It takes time and practice, and making mistakes is just part of the journey. Another way to make mistakes feel less scary is to practice with people who are also learning. When you practice with other learners, you can all make mistakes together. This creates a supportive environment where everyone is helping each other. You don't have to feel alone or embarrassed. In fact, practicing with others is a great way to build your confidence. You can help each other correct mistakes and learn faster. As you continue to practice and make mistakes, you will find that your English skills improve. Your speaking will become clearer, your vocabulary will grow, and you'll feel more confident using English in everyday situations. Mistakes are not something to fear. They are simply stepping stones on your way to success. So, the next time you feel nervous about speaking or worry about making a mistake, remind yourself that it's okay. Mistakes are part of learning, and they will help you grow. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The more mistakes you make, the closer you get to becoming fluent in English. Keep going and enjoy the process of learning. In today's world, technology can be a powerful tool for learning English. We have so many options available on our phones, computers, and other devices. With the help of technology, you can practice English every day, anywhere and at any time. It's a great way to learn because it allows you to practice when it's convenient for you. One of the best ways to use technology for learning English is by downloading language learning apps. There are many apps available that can help you practice your English skills. Apps like Duolingo or Babbel are popular and easy to use. These apps offer lessons that cover vocabulary, grammar, and even speaking practice. They are designed to help you learn at your own pace, making them perfect for learners at any level. It's like having a teacher right in your pocket, and you can use it whenever. For example, let's say you are on the bus or waiting in line at a store. Instead of scrolling through social media or playing games on your phone, you can open your language learning app and practice English. Even if you only practice for 5 minutes a day, it adds up over time. Those 5 minutes of practice will help you improve little by little every day, and the more you use the app, the more words and phrases you will learn. Another benefit of using these apps is that they make learning fun. Many of them use games and challenges to keep you motivated. You won't feel like you're studying hard, but you will still be learning. It's a fun way to build your English skills, and the more you practice, the more you will improve. You can even track your progress, which helps you see how much you've learned. There are also many websites that offer free English lessons. Some websites offer videos, quizzes, and exercises to help you learn new words and improve your grammar. Many of these websites are designed for beginners, so you don't need to worry about being too advanced. Websites like BBC Learning English or English Club provide free lessons that cover a wide range of topics. They offer lessons that focus on vocabulary, pronunciation, and listening skills, so you can learn in a way that works best for you. One great way to practice your English skills using technology is by listening to podcasts. There are many English learning podcasts available for beginners. These podcasts teach you new words, phrases, and grammar in an easy-to-understand way. Listening to podcasts is also a good way to practice your listening skills. You can listen to them during your daily commute or while doing chores around the house. It's a simple way to expose yourself to English every day. If you want to take your learning even further, you can also watch English videos on YouTube. Many English teachers and language experts post helpful videos that teach grammar, vocabulary, and speaking skills. You can watch these videos for free and follow along with the lessons. You can even turn on subtitles if you need extra help understanding what's being said. In addition to using apps and websites, you can also practice English through social media. Many social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter have groups and pages dedicated to English learners. You can join these groups to find other learners, ask questions, and share your progress. You can also follow English teachers or language influencers who post helpful tips and lessons. Social media can be a great way to stay motivated and get advice from others who are also learning English. Another way to use technology is by practicing English with language exchange apps. These apps allow you to connect with native English speakers who want to learn your language. You can talk to them through text, voice messages, or even video calls. This is a great way to practice speaking and listening with real people. It's also a fun way to make new friends from around the world while improving your English skills. The best part about using technology to learn English is that it gives you the flexibility to practice whenever you have time. You don't have to follow a strict schedule or attend a class. You can practice for 5 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and maybe another 5 minutes in the evening. The more you use technology, the more you will learn, and the more confident you will become in your English skills. In summary, Technology is a great tool that can help you learn English in a fun and easy way. Whether you use apps, websites, podcasts, or social media, you have plenty of options to practice English every day. By using technology, you can learn at your own pace, wherever you are, and make steady progress. So start using these tools today, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your English improves. Learning English with others is not only motivating, but it can also be fun. You don't have to do it alone. When you connect with other learners, it makes the process easier and more enjoyable. Working with others gives you the chance to practice speaking, listening, and learning in a way that feels less stressful. You can share your progress, ask for help, and stay motivated. One of the best ways to learn English with others is by finding language partners. There are many websites and apps that allow you to connect with people who are also learning English. Websites like HelloTalk or Tandem are great tools for this. These platforms connect you with people from all over the world who want to practice English. You can talk to them through text, voice messages, or even video calls. In return, you can help them with your native language. This exchange benefits both of you, and it helps you learn faster. For example, let's say you meet someone on HelloTalk who speaks Spanish, and they want to learn English. You can help them with their English while they help you with Spanish. You can practice writing and speaking with each other, ask questions, and share learning tips. Over time, you'll both get better at your languages. This is a fun way to learn, and you'll have someone to practice with regularly. Another great way to learn with others is by joining online communities. There are many forums, social media groups, and online courses where you can meet other English learners. For instance, Facebook and Reddit have many groups where people practice English together. You can ask questions, share your progress, and learn from others' experiences. Being part of a community keeps you motivated and reminds you that you are not alone on your learning journey. You can also practice English with your friends and family. If you know someone who speaks English, try to have conversations with them. Even if they're not a teacher, they can still help you practice if they are willing to speak slowly and help you with new words. It can be a great way to improve. If you don't know anyone who speaks English, try teaching your family or friends some simple words. You can both learn together, and it can be a fun way to practice. Sometimes practicing with others can make learning feel more exciting. It can help you stay motivated when things get difficult. For example, if you're feeling frustrated or stuck, talking to a friend who is also learning English can help you get back on track. You can encourage each other and share ideas for how to improve. It's also nice to have someone to celebrate your progress with. When you learn a new word or speak a full sentence in English, you can share that moment with your language partner. I had a student who made a new friend from another country through a language exchange app. They started practicing English together every day. At first, they were both nervous, but soon they started enjoying their conversations. They would text each other, ask questions, and even talk on the phone to practice speaking. Over time, they both improved their English skills, and they built a strong friendship. Learning English became a fun routine for them. They looked forward to their practice sessions and learned a lot from each other. Another way to connect with other learners is through local language exchange meetups in many cities. There are groups of people who meet in person to practice different languages. You can find these groups through websites like Meetup or through social media. These meetups are a great way to practice English in a relaxed, informal setting. It's also a good opportunity to meet people from different cultures and backgrounds. Even if you're shy or nervous, you'll find that many people at language exchange meetups are there for the same reason: to practice English and have fun. If you prefer to learn online, there are also many virtual classes and study groups. Some websites offer free or low-cost classes where you can meet other learners. These classes allow you to practice English in a structured way, with a teacher and other students. You can ask questions, practice speaking, and learn from others. Being part of a class helps you stay committed to your learning goals and gives you a sense of community. To make the most of learning with others, remember to be patient. Everyone learns at their own pace, so don't feel discouraged if you make mistakes. When you're practicing with others, they will likely make mistakes too, and that's okay. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Just focus on helping each other, and you'll both get better over time. In summary, connecting with other learners is a powerful way to improve your English. Whether it's through language exchange apps, online communities, or practicing with friends and family, learning with others keeps you motivated and makes the process more enjoyable. Remember that you don't have to learn English alone. There are many people out there who are learning with you, and by connecting with them, you can share tips, practice together, and support each other on your learning journey. First, we learned the importance of starting with small steps. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when learning a new language, so it's best to start with simple words or phrases. By practicing just 1 or 2 words each day, you'll build your vocabulary over time. This will help you feel more confident and comfortable as you continue to learn. Next, we discussed how making learning English a daily habit can help you improve faster. Even if you only have 10 minutes each day, use that time to practice. The more you practice, the more you'll learn. Consistency is key, so try to make English a part of your daily routine. Whether it's practicing vocabulary, watching a short video, or listening to an English song, those small daily practices will add up. We also talked about how learning English through real-life situations is one of the best ways to improve. By watching movies, listening to songs, or having conversations in English, you can learn practical language skills. These real-life situations make learning feel less like studying and more like something fun and useful. You can learn new words and phrases that you'll actually use in your everyday life. One of the biggest challenges when learning a new language is the fear of making mistakes. But remember, making mistakes is a natural part of learning. The more mistakes you make, the more you will learn. Don't let mistakes stop you from practicing. Instead, celebrate them as learning opportunities. Every mistake teaches you something new, and over time, you'll get better. Finally, we discussed how technology can be a huge help in your language learning. There are many apps, websites, and online communities that you can use to practice English. Apps like Duolingo and Babbel can help you practice vocabulary, grammar, and speaking skills. You can also connect with other learners through online platforms like HelloTalk or Tandem. These tools provide extra support and can make learning English more fun and interactive. Keep practicing, and you'll see progress. Learning English is a journey, and every small step you take gets you closer to your goal. So, don't give up. Keep going, and remember that it's okay to make mistakes. Over time, you'll feel more comfortable and confident in your English skills. Remember, it's never too late to start learning English. Whether you're just beginning or you've been learning for a while, stay consistent and practice every day. You'll make amazing progress, and soon enough, speaking English will feel much easier. Thank you for watching today's lesson. I hope you feel more confident about starting or continuing your English journey. No matter where you are, you can improve. Learning English takes time, but every step you take brings you closer to your goal. You're doing great, so keep going. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what part of this lesson helped you the most. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Your feedback will help me make future lessons even better. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Take it one step at a time and stay motivated. You're doing great, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep practicing, and goodbye for now. Keep going, and don't stop. Your English will improve, and you'll reach your goals.